going on there. We're going to be starting in just a minute. We're just letting all the YouTube notifications pop in. Thank you for swinging by. Thank you for being early. I saw Jason, first one in there. That is not allowed. Y'all can't let me do that again. So got that buy me some whiskey link at the top. I really appreciate that. The notifications will pop. So we'll read your name on here. That being said, it's 1 minute past. Let's get this started. All right.
A quick shout out to all my Patreons who make the show possible. You can support me by joining Patreon in the link below. And on to Tank Radio!
What is going on? I'm Frank KG5HJ, and welcome to Tank Radio! Woo! How's it going, y'all? What's going on? I hope y'all having a great weekend there. I had a good weekend. I just got back from seeing Batman, and it was pretty good. I'm the true Batman. But anyways, a couple quick things to go over here. I got the buy me some whiskey link at the top of the chat there. Also, you can find it in the description below. Also, my coins pre-sale is going on right now. I just shipped 3 of them in the mail. I'm just waiting to see how they do, and if they come back pretty good. We're going to get those out. I'm hoping pre-sale will be over this weekend and we'll just turn it to regular sale. Other than that, coming up next week, next Monday, I am going to be releasing a video about all my plans for my ham shack. That is me walking through step by step what I plan to build, how I'm going to build it, and where I'm going to build it. You might see me in the roof again. Why do y'all like that so much? I don't like going up there. But y'all love it. But I do it for y'all. Audio is super rough. Let's see if we can fix that. Let's go ahead and bring in the friends here. Oops. There we go. What is up? How are y'all doing? There's the right one. I got Steve, and he's going to be helping me. Well, there's T.O. over here. And Steve and I are going to be building that 2 meter Yage antenna. Why don't y'all kind of talk? Yeah. Why don't y'all talk a little bit? I'm going to see if I can reseat the mic for the buzz. Just maybe it is the wrong audio headset. Oh, y'all are not muted. There is, y'all aren't.
James says he can't hear us.
Volume was already down.
James says he can't hear us. No stress, Frank.
Stress is the new setup, but is the buzz still there?
Yes.
Well, we never heard it, but in our headset through Zoom, but we can hear it on the stream.
I think it might still be on the desktop audio. Yes, it is. There we go. I bet hopefully that
There we go.
fix it. Yeah, it was using the laptop speakers as our mics as default. So I bet you're hearing the fan noise and everything else going on.
Speaking of fan noise.
I sound like Molson. Do I have the wrong microphone?
I was going to say, do you sound like Molson or do I sound like Molson?
This can't
This is going to be confusing.
This can't be a Take Radio stream without some audio issue. You know how many issues we had with Jason when we started all that streaming? I
I
can't
still have
count.
issues with Jason.
Well, don't we all? But I can't count.
Ouch.
No, we love them. I can't count how many times we were 5 or even 10 minutes late. It's just, or destroying the link altogether and say, all right, join the new one. Join the new one. But hey, you're not streaming if you're not having issues, right?
That's it.
So, Steve, what exactly are we building today?
Oh, we were
Which
supposed
Steve?
to build it?
We're
On
building it.
stream?
Well, yes.
I already finished, guys. Sorry.
Nice.
Nice.
Well done.
I love that. I mean, is that silver tape measure?
Silver tape measure. Somebody threw away the tape part of a tape measure at a local bowling alley. I went there for lunch. I'm like, I know what that is, and I know what I'm going to do with it. I
Yes.
still have some left over.
I would hope so.
If you were watching the FT8 off, you saw me on there. I'm going to throw the link in the chat here, prepping. We went ahead and we already pre-cut the sections for everything. So this will be pretty much final assembly. Cutting the tape measure and everything, and to length wasn't that hard. Did you have any difficulties, Steve?
No, mine's good.
Um,
Your audio's still humming on the stream, though.
it is.
Yep.
I wonder if I have to change it here. Please.
Yes. You
Use
sound like
default.
hair clippers.
Here, I changed it to audio jack mic. And then I see it all the way down when I'm quiet, which doesn't happen a lot. Hopefully that got it. If not, I'm sorry. No headache here. The only
All right, Steve. I don't know what's going on, but you sound like you're right inside my head. That's really scary.
That is scary.
it
Because I've heard some of the jokes you make. So
The voices
being
in
in
my
your
head
head,
sound like Steve.
this.
oh, wow. Yeah, no, we're not going to talk about hamcation.
I do a little tiny bit of off-color jokes in person. I have to admit that
Oh,
I'm
that
not this
fixed it.
professional dad role that you see on YouTube all the time. I
We're-
let my hair down.
We're
No
back.
offense, Steve.
So
None taken. I cut it this short on purpose.
Oh yeah, we know what the purpose is too.
Otherwise, I'd pull it out.
They say audio's good now. So it was definitely grabbing the wrong mic, and I had to change it in OBS. But as I was saying, we pretty much got everything pre-cut already. The instructions for this is already in the description, but we just got to do the final assembly.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked using the tape measure to cut it all because it's already pre-marked for you.
Watch FT8 off if you want to see how well that worked for him.
It worked well. Just a couple of wrong math type things happened. I fat fingered some buttons. I don't have an
Did
extra
you math
one
on
behind
stream?
me. Yes, I did.
Fail.
I
Well,
have a
wouldn't say he
bad
mathed
element.
on stream. He
behind me.
attempted.
You do got to watch for these sharp edges.
Oh, yeah.
Cut my fingers a little bit there. But where are we starting? What point on the page are we starting here? Let me pull up the instructions. So cut the length. Sandpaper. I did that part. I'm at 5. Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
I will say
So-
nobody at home knows what steps 1 through 5 are.
Okay. So 1 through
Unless
5
this
was
is stream number 2.
no steps. The link.
Yeah, stream number 1 was the FT8 off.
Yes. The link, I already put it in the description, but it was just cutting the parts to length, cutting the PVC pieces to length, and also all the elements with the tape measures, and then the final sanding of the tape measure to remove the paint, so when you do solder to it, it has a clean solder place. I have 3 elements I cut. Well, one is in 2 sections because it's going to be our driving element. But that's where I'm at. Where are you at, Steve?
I am at the same point, and I've actually already cut the 45s on mine
Mm-hmm.
for the driven element.
Yeah, I'm doing that 45 right now.
What I have seen on these tape measure Yagis is that they are extremely forgiving. Um, you can cut it a little tiny bit too long, a little tiny bit too short. You can miss the hairpin match.
Hmm.
You can add the hairpin match. The hairpin match can be the wrong size, and they all still do the same.
What is the reference to the hairpin match?
That's this little part here
That would be
in between the 2 meter
that
driven
section.
element, and it kind of looks like a hairpin, so they call it a hairpin match.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Um. All right. So I got the soldering iron heating up. We'll go ahead and switch to the desk view here in a second.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys are talking about 45s, and I didn't cut any 45s. Mine are just straight.
So, Tio, did you have any issues with yours then? When you put the straps on it, flexing the tape?
Not really, no.
Okay.
Cool. All right.
Jason says too many Steves.
Never enough Steves.
We'll just
The
call it-
Tao of Steve. The Tao of Steve.
I mean, that's like the Don Army that I see in here. So,
Hey, the Don
I mean-
Army's true.
All of the heroes in all of the movies are all named Steve.
okay. I'll go with that.
Steve T, Steve Trevor, Steve Austin from $6
There
Million
you go.
Man.
There you go. Yep.
What's,
All right.
I'm drawing a blank now, but what's the name of the oh crap, Captain America?
Oh. Yeah, you would ask me on stream, of course.
Well, now I don't feel so bad.
I am going to go ahead and just do another little sand oil fast just to clean off these since they've been sitting around for a couple of days.
I did mine yesterday.
Now, are we putting solder
Steve
on both
Rogers.
sides? I think we are. Or just the back side.
I worked with a Steve Rogers, and I always wondered why he had the Captain America stuff all over the place. That makes sense now.
I worked with a guy named James Bond, and his phone extension in the phone system was 007, but he did not look like he could spy his way out of anything except for a Five Guys.
Hey, that's not hard to get out of as a Five Guys. So now, if you can get out with a bag full of peanuts, you're doing good.
Oh, get accosted by the allergic crew in the parking lot.
Hey, that's their problem, not mine.
All right.
Don's calling you out, Frank. He says fix the shari node while the iron is hot.
Oh, he knows me way too well.
Right.
And Lawnmower is talking about something that we started discussing over in Toads, which was you guys should have metric tape measures.
I do have a metric tape measure. You called me out and said it was not long enough.
For making the Yagi. You can't make a 2 meter Yagi on an imperial tape measure.
Yes,
Yeah,
you can.
Imperial Yagi.
What's your tape measure in?
Mine's in leftover bowling alley units.
Right. You can do this without burning down the house here.
That is always the goal.
So Steve KO4 AFL applies the soldering iron to the left side of the driven element.
Okay.
He's using the left-handed iron, right-handed solder technique.
Right.
It appears to be going very well for him.
I also use flux, so.
Meanwhile, Frank is currently applying solder to his elements, but he's using the vertical orientation.
You know, when you're a southpaw, you got to do what you got to do.
Richard, did you buy a hotspot today? Is that what you're talking about? What did I make you buy?
Did he buy one or did he build one?
He just said Tio done twisted my arm and totally made me buy a new thing, and I don't know what he's talking
Is
about.
it a 6100?
That's also possible.
Yeah, no.
KJ7 BBU just came online. Who's KJ7 BBU?
Oh, I have a wide, well, not wide, but there's a lot of solder down here now. Wow.
Let's have fun.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to do something I learned with working with Mike, anytime you put the soldering tip away, go ahead and put new solder right on it.
Just a little bit.
Help to protect it.
It covers the tip of the soldering iron and protects it from,
Oxidation?
rusting. Yeah, oxidation. Whatever material it's made out of and whatever form of rust it is, because rust is like technically iron specific, isn't it?
I would think so, yeah. I don't know. Let's check the Volkswagen that's in the backyard. That's
because iron oxidizes as well, and aluminum oxidizes, but aluminum doesn't oxidize into rust.
Ooh! Right. I think that says someone. Thank you, someone, for giving me some whiskey.
I bet that's Lionel. Lionel likes to go by someone. But I got my eye on you, Lionel.
A couple of people do that in the clubhouse streams.
So what? So you moved on to the T junction with.
Yep, and putting a little bit of solder on the hairpin match as well. Maybe.
Oh, all right, Richard. Yeah, the metric tape measure for building antennas. Let me grab mine. This one here is 165 foot or 50 meters. And if you're going to be a ham and you're going to be building wire antennas, it's a lot easier to just do them in metric than it is to do metric converted to inches, converted to segments of a 25 foot tape measure. So,
or if you're going to build a DX Commander,
Well,
Jason, here's looking at you.
Because apparently Frank and Jason are supposed to collaborate on that.
We are. We just have to pick
So Frank's going to build his first, and then Jason will follow up in 3 years?
Yep.
Frank's going to build it, and Jason's going to be the cameraman.
Ouch.
Did you tighten down your...
I did not yet.
The 2030 vertical. Yeah, Frank, you've got your chat dialed way down slow. I got to show you how to speed that up, because Richard's now just finally answering me. So the QRP Guys 2030-40 vertical. QRP Guys makes fantastic kits. And it's a really easy antenna to go and put up in the air. I have a 7-meter DX Commander pole, and it's just the right height to get that thing up in the air. And so it makes a really easy portable. The QRP Guys 2030-40 vertical has a wire winder built in as part of the kit.
Oh, that's
and
nice.
So it wraps up and cleans up real nice, and then it deploys really easy with the 7-meter mast. And then I didn't have a way to connect it to the top of the mast, and I had my handy talkie with me, which I put the lanyard on. So I was able to take the lanyard off and feed that through the top of the mast, and then hook the top of the antenna through there. And that worked out really well. And so now it's my go-to configuration is to carry the QRP Guys antenna, the handy talkie with the lanyard on it, and whatever HF radio I'm taking with me.
Why are you not carrying a car antenna?
Oh, I've got one of those too.
Okay.
But at the time, I didn't have the what's it called? The car antenna designed, or it wasn't even a twinkle in my eye yet. Back then, we were calling it the ape-tenna.
The ape-tenna.
So it's only available in Nebraska.
Exactly.
Got it.
And the car antenna is a 40-meter end-fed half-wave, so it's 66 foot of wire. It wouldn't work with the 7-meter mast on its own. You'd have to do like an inverted V or something like that.
Hey, T.O. real fast. I forgot. What's Smoking Ape's call sign again?
Oh yeah, it's N0 none your business. N0 NYB.
See if I can get you to slip there.
I don't even know it.
I was gonna say he has one.
WYD 934.
No, that's still traceable.
That's actually the call sign for my buses, my high school bus. I want to say it's probably a GMRS license. So right now they're both working on the hairpin match assembly.
We're trying.
Which one of them will finish first?
Failing miserably.
Kind of difficult.
I do
to get
have
in
the antenna tape measure.
Hot.
That's this thing that they're talking about, the radio waves antenna tape. And I've used this in a couple of videos. I've used it a couple of times. It does your antenna measurements. So that's 19 inches, which is a quarter wave on 2 meters. But I tend to make bigger wire antennas. So,
Frank, did you burn yourself?
No comment.
I smell bacon. Clay is saying, "Are you going to be the intern that builds the DX Commander for Jason?" That's going to make a funny debacle. I can't wait for QRZ to feel that.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh, dude.
Low blow on that one.
We're going to have to talk about that. There we go.
I like it, though. Yeah. So I actually put the middle PVC on mine just to support the hairpin match while I soldered it in.
Well, that's kind of
That's a good
smart.
idea.
I kind of
So
had to do
David's
mine
asking-
canted.
David Elkins is asking, how do you know how long to make the hairpin match? Is the hairpin match the part that you tune?
So the instructions from N5DUX actually say you need a 5-inch piece of insulated wire.
Mm-hmm.
So I went with about that because I had some
5-inch
spare
piece of
Romex.
insulated wire.
I'd use 5-inch piece of 14 gauge wire I had left over from my other antenna build.
And Smoking Ape is asking, what does the hairpin match do? And I guess my short answer is it's a short. It's connects both of the sides of the driven element together,
Mm-hmm.
which makes it a short. But shorts on RF aren't the same as shorts on DC.
This is true. This is very true.
And Richard says he's planning on getting the carbon 6 mast. Richard, those are in short supply, so get on that real quick.
I was going to say, go ahead and order it. Wait 6 months and DX Engineering will send you one. Ask me how I know.
Yeah, they're fantastic masts, but they're in
They
short
are.
supply.
Fits nicely in the motorcycle.
They're about this big when they're collapsed.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm exaggerating with man measurements.
Well, T.O., that's 6 inches, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
So I'm
It's worked
tightening
so far.
these down now.
Yep.
KMG 365. Nice. Smoking Ape says he has a CV handle. Let me guess. It's the Smoking Ape.
Yeah, I was going to say smoking
Smoking
ape.
ape. I'm looking at 10 now. Assemble the reflector. Locate the long reflector piece. That is here.
Yep. So that one I kind of cheated a little bit. No, I should put that in backwards. Slide that off to the side. I
Apparently-
pre-marked mine to find the midpoint.
Same
Yeah.
thing. That was one of the suggestions I took on the Thursday night stream.
That should.
And you're using a T section for the reflector, right?
Yes.
No.
No.
Yeah. You're using a T, not a cross.
Right.
Because they're both kind of T's.
Well, wait. The reflector is the long one. No, that should be a cross. You're right.
The reflector gets the cross. The driven element gets a cross. And then the director gets a T.
I was looking for wrong piece.
The chat's trying to give some soldering instructions. Frank, when you hold the soldering iron, you need to hold it closer to the tip.
Oh, like the picture that
Yes,
goes
exactly.
all over the internet of a girl soldering, and she's
That's
holding
the
the
one.
hot end.
And Frank's just, rolling with it. The soldering iron's just laying there right on his desk.
Where?
It's in your hand now.
The marker
Oh, marker. Okay.
and screwdriver.
All right. I saw something shiny and metal right underneath the antenna laying on the workbench there.
Yeah, man. I just leave it there. Nothing bad's gonna happen.
Yeah, James, it's a 5-inch wire. The chat is a little delayed here.
I didn't think I made it delayed chat. I never checked that
You have
box.
to unmake it delayed. It's delayed by default.
Really?
Yeah. There's
That's.
like 9 steps to setting up a live stream. It's a pain in the butt.
I'm sorry.
Good to know. Good to know.
It's what I do for you folks.
Yep.
No, I'm kidding. It's fine. It's just you got to remember all the steps. It's almost like you need a pace plan and a checklist.
I'm going to write a checklist after that. After this. All right. So there is the reflector, which is the longer one.
Right.
DX Commander, which one is best and why is James' question.
Which one's the best? They're all the same.
So he's got the Rapide, which is 7-meter mast, four elements, I believe, and then he's got the Classic, which is the 10-meter mast, and I'm just trying to remember off the top of my head because I can't share the screen out here or anything. And then he's got the Nebula, and then he's got like a I don't know what he calls it, but it's like a collector's edition. Let me pull up the website.
Classic.
They're all great antennas. The real question is, what are you going to use it for, and how often are you going to take it with you? Like my 10-meter kit is installed in my yard. I put it up 2 years ago and haven't touched it except for to reattach one guy wire, which I think one of the children disconnected.
No, not your kids.
No. But other than that, it's stood up. It stood the test of time. It works great. It's good on 40 through 2 meters. I did get the 80-meter inverted L element, but I never installed it. And since then, I've come up with a better way of installing it. What I'll do is I'll just run it as a sloper connected to the driven element plate on the bottom, and then put the far end up in whatever tree it fits up into, and whatever configuration it gets up there in.
This next part, I don't want to do.
What's that?
Cut into a perfectly good
Yeah.
BNC cable. Nothing is wrong with this cable.
So what do you have? How much cable do you have there, Frank?
I bought 6 feet of BNC cable.
Okay, so this is going to be a handheld Yagi for your handy talkie?
Yes.
Cut it at 2 foot or 3 foot is my suggestion. And then you have another 4 foot or 3 foot section left over to do something else with.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Whatever that happens to be, I don't know, but
Well, I'm just going to cut it right in the middle. I do like that suggestion.
That's what I did.
And I don't want to do
I think
this.
I got mine fancy. I got mine with an SMA on one end and a SO239, PL259 on the other end.
I got a bag of adapters for that.
So Clay says the best DX Commander is the one you build yourself. And Clay, you're absolutely correct if you're looking for excitement, adventure, learning experience, etc. If you're looking for the cheapest way to get a high quality antenna in the air, Cal's price on that is fantastic. I tried to build one myself using the military masts and wound up spending more money and still didn't have the antenna built. And then Ham Radio Dude built one and did a really good job making all the 3D printed parts and all that jazz, and even breaking some of the parts as part of the beta testing process. But even he came out more expensive than just buying a DX Commander. So I have the Classic. Leah has the 7-meter Expedition. They're both great.
Lord Columns does make some pretty good antennas.
Yeah, the Classic, I would say, put it up for a longer duration, which is why it's not my go-to portable antenna. It does work portable, and Matt here on his YouTube channel has a fantastic video on how to properly get yourself organized and get your mindset and wind your cables up and so on, so that you can get the whole thing set up in like less than 5 minutes.
I think I
DX Commander in 5 minutes.
Wires too much.
DX Commander in 5 minutes. Yeah, he does it on video. But Matt is a super engineer type, and he's got it all engineered out, and he's got everything color coded, and he's got he's come up with an individual method to speed up every bit of the process.
That's beautiful. So I'm starting over on this wire. I pushed too hard trying to cut the casing, and I cut too many of the ground wires inside the shielding. So I believe what we're going to do here, just like make it a usual antenna cable, is take all the shielding and wrap it into its own section and solder those together for the ground element, and then go into the center part for the antenna.
Yep.
Am I correct?
That would be correct. That's what I
That
did.
works for me, yeah. I do a lot of my trekking using my car. There's not a whole lot of soda expeditions around me. I think there's one, and it's an hour away, and it's closed off due to too deep of snow most of the year here. So I don't do any soda in this area. So I have the benefit, the luxury of car activations. So I can take whatever weight and size and shape kit I want.
Is
to say.
is that
Young
cheating?
ladies try to do that soda?
They did. They were not successful.
No, they were not.
Oh, this is going to be bad. I'm doing this left-handed.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, David's asking if you have the hairpin on the director. No, they don't. They just haven't built the director yet. They're building it without the pole, so I can see where that would get confusing.
Yeah.
They're currently building the middle element.
I'm just putting solder on those twisted cables, just so they could be one piece. Doing a bad job at it.
Yeah, you and me both. There you go.
For all the soldering you do, T.O., we should have did a stream soldering 101 for us before we did this.
Yeah.
Right. I've got some soldering coming up because I bought one of the Dr. Arduino kits
Oh, nice.
that you see advertised in QST.
I have an Arduino.
And I may have a couple of books coming from a certain individual on some Arduino stuff. So
A certain individual, he who must not be named.
he who must not be named. Because until the books show up, I'm not going to throw them out there.
Do you want to talk about your project that you're going to try to do?
I haven't decided yet. I want to see what's in the books.
I have a loose strand I'm trying to get on there.
Yep. So mine's on.
So I am going to clip the clear shielding a couple centimeters higher than the grounding.
Gentle, Frank. Gentle.
I'm trying. So I try like
I'm going to leave that one alone.
10? No. Maybe a 12 gauge wire cut. Ooh, that might did it. Nope, maybe. Not enough.
Do it like we do network cables, Frank. Break out the razor blade. Just be careful.
And then do it 3 times.
To, right, Steve?
Hmm?
You know who you're talking to, right, Steve?
Yeah, this is true. This is
Frank
true.
and careful don't go together in the same sentence.
Yes, I know.
There's the center. Again, I'm just going to put some solder on there. And that's too far away.
Oh, Red's here. Red's saying that I only get points for a summit one time per summit per year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that would suck.
Oh yeah.
Well, here's my soda expedition. 4 contacts and done. That was a great day.
You need 10 to activate the park.
Yeah, I know. That's why I do POTA.
Man, I kind of like that rule because it gets you out.
You can do more than 4.
Oh yeah.
But on the other hand, no, that just kind of stinks. You gotta, and summits are not really easy to get to.
You want to talk about not easy to get to? Let's look at a couple of my parks that I'm going to try to activate this year. Fort Sumter National Monument, which is on its own island. And then,
Iota.
Right. The problem is you only get about an hour at the fort, and you have to pay the ferry to get out there because he's the one with dock rights.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not very friendly with radio gear.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got to take it all in a stroller. But you can't put any stakes in the ground. So I've got to figure out what all I'm going to do. I've got a wooden base made for my electric fence post for the Buddy Stick Pro.
So this next part, you got this part done already. You're a little ahead of me. So the next part is to solder this to that. And
so what I have set up for parks where they won't let you hang stuff in trees and they won't let you poke stuff into the ground, I have one of those folding camp chairs, and I take that 7-meter mast and I put it in the camp chair through the side where the armrest is, and it leans back enough that the antenna is not like going right by my head.
Oh, so like not sitting on the antenna like we did at Hamcation and letting people transmit 100 watts FT8?
Yep.
Yeah. Hamcation was fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Hamcation was fun. All the Cations are fun.
I think that it would have been just as much fun if we just had a couple of campers in the middle of nowhere and didn't even have the show itself.
You mean
I would have spent less money.
What else you buy at Hamcation?
You mean like Corks Fest?
Yeah, Quartz Fest would be good.
Yeah, Quartz Fest would be really good. Yeah. What did I buy at Hamcation?
Are you at liberty to discuss this? Your wife's not watching?
No, she's asleep. But
okay,
I think she's asleep.
Wives are always watching.
It's on Frank's channel. She doesn't like Frank.
Right.
Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that to Frank. Sorry, Frank.
Oh, everyone loves me.
The 3040 loop for the Step IR. So got that coming whenever they decide to ship it, because the controller that I have to use for it is on back order. I got rotator cable from the Wireman, So.
I get one side soldered in and then the pin comes off. I get the pin on, then the other solder comes off.
You got to hold all four at once.
I don't remember how I did that.
Well, I think the instructions. Yeah. I think the instructions actually show, no, he didn't zip tie it in place yet.
Just sloppy.
Yeah, that's what's coming to be, just slop.
Yeah. We'll see how well it works when I try mine, but.
So you're saying before, this is not actually creating a short. Well, it is somewhat of a short, but it doesn't act really. What's the special properties here that has it work?
I'm not the right one to explain this to you, but the way that it was explained to me is that RF energy takes time to move from point A to point B, and by the time it moves to point B, it's not. And I'm probably just talking right out my rear here, but it's.
Well, welcome to the Tank Show. That's what we do.
It's not there. Have you seen a slot antenna made out of an old satellite dish?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's just a slot antenna is just a slot cut in a piece of metal. Like the metal is never disconnected, and there you go. And it's not an RF short. It is a DC short, but it's not an RF short. I mean, there's a lot of antennas that are DC shorts.
All right.
So if you ask the magical Google machine, it comes back with a QRZ for them. And it says the hairpin acts as a coil or inductor, which adds electrical length to the driven element.
Interesting. So there is my bad solder blob job.
Yeah, I'm glad you can't see mine.
Okay, so I think that was the hard part.
Yep. Of course, you have the reflector, which is kind of the easy part here.
So,
because it's just the T. Or the director.
Oh, David Pearson's got a fantastic idea for you, Steve. He says, just rent a small boat, even a sailboat, and just anchor right off the side of the island and get maritime mobile, soda, and probably POTA points as well.
So,
Well, I guess there's no soda there.
Technically, that's the plan at the moment.
Ooh.
We have
What?
one of my club members. It has a buddy that's got a large boat that we're actually going to put an antenna up on the main mast and activate the fort because
Awesome.
we will be inside the park without actually being on the grounds.
Awesome.
So I'm going to try this carefully because I forgot my zip tie.
Yeah.
So it is the director, then 11.5-inch pipe, followed by the driver, then the 5.5-inch pipe, then wait, did I do that right? 7 inches. You know, the 5.5-inch was your handle.
Yep. So, yeah.
Yeah. Ape's saying it's not a short, it's an inductor.
Right.
I'm
So
sure it's
Abe's
still
the one that put that one on QRZ. Got it.
All right, let me pull out my multimeter here and we'll check to see if there's continuity.
So when all said and done, it should look like that.
Actually, I wanted to do that. I'm glad you said that. Wait, it won't be continuity because we created the short.
Continuity creates the short creates the continuity.
Yeah. I have to send down my PVC pipe, cut them, put a little bit of lip on there. All right, so we're going to try this again.
This is going to be impossible. Yep, it's a short.
And I forgot to grab my antenna analyzer, so I'll have to check mine out at a later time.
I am going to go grab mine from the bench over there. So, director, then my driver. I do have the hairpin wire pointing towards the director.
Mm-hmm.
And at 7.5-inch, no, 7 inches, no half here, followed by the reflector. All these on the same way.
And Frank, are you going to test it out by making a satellite contact on camera?
Yes, we are.
He'll make several satellite contact attempts off camera, though. Ape, I think we need to test this out on a Nuggets episode. What's the inductance measurement using a nano?
Oh, that sounds like a Hamcord episode.
It's all right. I will be right back. I'm gonna go get the antennalyzer.
Antennalyzer. I like that.
Forgot I was watching the race. I didn't realize my TV was still on.
Yeah, there goes Frank's monetization for this video.
No,
to get more whiskey.
Couldn't see it because it's just a little bottom corner. So, and the race was already over. So, life is good.
Life is good. So you're all done, Steve?
I am. I just have to grab the antenna analyzer and test it. And let's see if I have a satellite pass coming up soon. Which app? Look for sats.
I am back. I had to go get my bag out of the POTA pack, the analyzer out of the POTA pack, and the bag of adapters.
Nice. All right. Okay. Gotta love it when you get a new phone and doesn't want to give you the satellites.
I just need the right adapter now. Eeny, meeny, miny. This one. This one gave me issues, though.
Just use the one from your Buddy Stick Pro. Oh, wait.
So, Steve, did you see I'm making a not Buddy Stick Pro?
No. What are you going to...
So, dude gave me one of those dude spikes that he's got.
Okay.
And I don't have any 3/8 inch whips. All I have is my buddy's stick. Not my buddy stick, my buddy pole.
Okay.
And if you know what the buddy pole looks like, you know the Buddy Stick Pro is half a buddy pole.
Right.
And so I'm building this thing out, and just accidentally, I got 100 feet of wire, and I put 4 17-foot radials together, which leaves me with 32 feet of wire left on the spool, which is the right amount of counterpoise for the Buddy Stick Pro. That's what you get. You get 31 feet in your kit.
Okay.
So now I have the dude spike, I have the half a buddy pole, and I have a 32-foot counterpoise. So I'm going to try it out.
That should be interesting. There we go. That's better. Now. NOAA 19. Let's see when the next pass for that one is.
There we go. I am using the Rig Expert stick antennalizer.
Yep.
I'm sweeping it right now for 15. Woo, that's not right. 7, 20,
yeah, 11. The only problem with the Rig Expert stick is it only goes to 230 megahertz. So you can't test it on 440.
I'm getting on 2 meter a 1.36.
At what frequency?
At 146.5.
Oh, perfect.
That is beautiful. And that was no adjusting, because I thought we're going to have to, move these radials in and out to get them matching. But that was right on the money.
Yeah, that is right on the money.
Can't believe how nice I did that. Minus my solder job, but no one's going to see that. Wow. To be honest, man, that wasn't that bad. The hardest part was just doing the soldering and getting the stick there. But I bet if you had the holders, well, I don't, but I will be getting some soon. They will make it much easier. Just to hold everything.
Hands.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't use mine as often as I thought I would.
Really?
So I actually have a NOAA 19 pass in 48 minutes.
Are you going to run outside?
Well, that's in the middle of Jason's stream.
That's okay.
I may have to go test it.
It's
a weather satellite, though, so...
It doesn't have? Are you just trying to listen to the beacon?
Yeah, see if I can pick up the beacon on it.
Oh, that would be cool.
Because, let's see, the ISS...
So, real fast, what app are you using?
This one is Look for Sat.
Okay, I use that one too. Look at this! I made a thing!
And it works! In under an hour, hey!
Yes! Cutting everything, pre-cutting everything, it was just for time-wise and magic, and if you want to see me mess that up, go to TO stream, which I think I did link earlier, but TO, you can go ahead and drop it too.
It's the last FT8 off.
Yeah.
So Joe Brett's got the right idea. 45-degree elbow on the end of that with another little piece of pipe to make it an angled ergonomic handle.
Right.
Well, I also have the Arrow antenna, and a lot of people are asking me, well, why are you making this when you got the Arrow?
Good question.
This is so much lighter than the Arrow. Um,
Hmm.
but does this do 440? I think it does. Let's scan
If
it.
not, you can make it do 440.
Yeah.
Right.
Go down 2 meter. It's 2
The
meter.
stick won't do 440.
Yeah. Oh, just by adjusting the elements a little bit and getting them more straight, I dropped it down to a 1.01 at 146.35.
Raven, that's a half-inch PVC.
Yes. What? That is so cool.
The entire shopping list that you need is actually on the N5DUX website.
It's in the description.
In the description. So
under links.
And he's a pretty cool guy. He was at the ARRL convention before Hamcation.
Did he give a tracks talk?
He did. You were in there.
Yes, I was.
Or did you disappear off and go find food or something at that point in time? He was one talking about Arduino stuff.
Arduinos? Was that after lunch? Or
oh, were you sleeping through that one? Okay.
Hey, Frank.
After lunch, we disappeared and went to the convention.
Frank, do you have your local? Well, this is kind of a stupid. I'm setting you up here.
Yes.
Do you have your local repeater programmed into any of your 2-meter radios handy?
Yes, but
so plug that antenna into it.
But a typical Frank move here. I left my HT on overnight, and it's dead.
I know somebody else that did that at Hamcation. You know, so
Frank, we're gonna clip a corner of your ham card.
All right, so this Baofeng left on overnight at some point and it's dead.
I have 9 spare Baofeng batteries.
Hang on.
I have a Wuxon. Not for the new one. I have it for the old one. I don't have the charging case for this one anymore. Jason took it and did not give it back. This one should still work. Come on.
Don's telling you to make a dipole. Frank and I made a dipole before.
Yeah. So the 4 radios.
And it worked.
HTs I have. 3 at my hand's disposal here. All dead.
What about a mobile?
Not easily hooked up and grabbed.
Notice how I'm not giving Steve any hard time on this one. Notice how grateful he is, too.
As I grab my Yaesu FT4X.
It's like, do any of these things work? Are any of them programmed? Do they all have dead batteries? Oh, I hear beeps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's mine. I'm trying to remember how to get into memory mode on this.
I'm showing off things. Here's some new coins.
Nice.
What? I shipped a couple out. The first 2 who did order their coins are in the mail, and a Don has his also in the mail. I'm just waiting to hear how shipping went. Make sure they didn't get lost. Jason did have some issues shipping coins before, so I'm just being careful.
And those are 1 troy ounce of 99.999% pure silver?
Yes. And I am selling them. No. These are just challenge coins. Challenge coins.
All right.
Not pure silver, not the expensive ones.
Oh, WECB 640 saying that Hamcord forgives you for leaving your HT on because you make good barbecue.
You know, I still haven't had the beans, so...
You haven't had the beans?
No.
We were talking about making them at Huntsville. We did not because we got there so late, but there were 2 pounds of beans in Jason's trailer and all the fixings to make it.
Red's got us with a link for Ham Radio 2.0 stream coming up next.
Yes.
Very nice.
We got about 6 minutes here. So how's it coming there?
So, I've got my local repeater programmed in, but not getting a response from it.
Turn it 90 degrees.
Yeah. Your polarization's off.
No, not that way.
Oh, that way?
Yes,
the other 90 degrees, yeah.
Oh,
I just heard it buzz in my ear.
nice.
So I'm getting RF back in it.
Nice. Man, this rig expert was amazing. There's a link to go to Gigaparts and use I think 5% off on Gigaparts on it.
And get the rig experts while you can.
Yes. Yes.
Because they are a Ukrainian company and they make quality stuff.
Fantastic stuff, yeah.
Cool. All right, we got 5 minutes left. I am just gonna go ahead and start wrapping up here. Give me a second. Full screen. Steve, why don't you tell us what's going on?
Which
Not
one?
T.O. Steve.
Okay.
Steve. You are going to be full screen in a second. Pin. There you go.
All right.
Presenter. What's going on? Tell us what's going on.
Tuesday nights, Ham Radio Clubhouse. It's where you'll find me. I am working on editing some of my videos from Hamcation, as well as I now realize the pain of editing a POTA video.
Yes.
Don and I were out in the park when I went up to visit him. A little over an hour, 108 contacts. And yeah, it was more than an hour. But yeah, going through all those is painful. But
I love doing it. But
oh, yeah. I just got to find the time and work. And I was playing in the backyard with a tractor last couple of days because I dropped 5 trees and had to spread out all of what is now mulch that was the tree stumps.
Photos.
What kind of tractor are you working with?
It's a termite. So it's backhoe on the back and bucket on the front. Little Caterpillar that I rented. But they call it a termite.
Oh, cool.
Cool. Clubhouse? Mention Clubhouse?
Yep.
Awesome. So, temporary offline man. What's going on your channel and what's coming up?
Yeah, so Monday night we do Ham Nuggets. It's a show where we do a live cold approach to some type of new technology that nobody's ever seen before, or we've only seen very briefly before. And tomorrow night, we're going to take the IC705 from ICOM, and we're going to try and make D-Star contacts using the built-in Wi-Fi terminal mode. I've never made a D-Star contact before. I've never used terminal mode on this thing before. I don't even know if I've got Wi-Fi configured on it before, but a couple of us are going to join in. It's going to be myself. It's going to be Jim from FEP Labs Radio. It's going to be Joe Brett from K5YVY Amateur Radio Station. And Chuck, KK6USY, said he's going to join us and play on his 705 that he's got as well. So that ought to be a fantastic show. And then you made a comment about FT8 off a couple of times. Yes. So FT8 off is Thursday night. It alternates between my channel and Ham Radio Dude's channel. And it's a sprint where we try to make as many FT8 contacts as we can in an hour with a live scoreboard. So you can see where you place on the leaderboard as the sprint unfolds. And then, of course, we talk about squirrels the whole time.
Awesome. And then, some guys sometimes randomly show up as they're working on other projects.
Yeah. Most people are welcome. Not everybody, but most people are welcome.
Just make sure you transmit into an antenna, not dummy load.
Exactly. We did have a contestant in the sprint working for a full 45 minutes trying to figure out what was going on and why he wasn't making any contacts and why nothing was working until he reached over and flipped the switch on the dummy load, and then he started making contacts.
Thank you all for coming on. I'm going to go ahead and do my full screen view. It's just me. Take radio. What? I made a thing. It works. It's tuning beautifully right now. It's a 1.01. Yes. I'm going to take this out and I'm going to do some fox hunting with it later. We'll also do fox hunting with my arrow and probably do a comparison. The next project I will be building is an attenuator. Until next time, thank you to all my Patreons. My Patreon link is below. I'm still doing the pre-sale of the coins. I'm hoping to start shipping normally next week. Go ahead and pre-order them now. Get your coin reserved. I have a lot of them. Just go get them. It's not going to run out, I promise. Not yet. But go ahead and get your coin. It helps me do this for you. Helps me go on the trips. Mostly, I need more money to go on trips. I love going on them. I love seeing y'all. I can't wait to see y'all at the next convention. And till next time, y'all, go forth and conquer. Thank you to all my Patreon supporters. You can support me on Patreon. There is a link in the description below. And to all my tankers out there, go forth and conquer.